Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome to another live where we're gonna try to build Instagram clone in React Native. I planned this live for yesterday evening but had some personal problems and I couldn't do it. So we're gonna do it today. Let's wait a bit to see people are joining and then we can get started. Put myself some coffee. So, in this series, I'm trying to build the Instagram clone from scratch in React Native, and specifically the Instagram feed, the homepage with stories, posts, the navigation, and so on. And before that, it's important in React Native to understand from which components is the page built, because everything in React Native is built up from smaller components. So here we see the header component that we're gonna try to build today. The next one is stories component. We already developed them in the previous live stream. If you didn't see it, I highly suggest go check that out. Then the post component with which is split in smaller components just to keep things organized. That's post header, post image, and post footer. And the last one is the bottom tab navigator, which we will also develop today. So let's have a look at what we managed to do in the previous video. So here we can see the application. On top we can see the stories. It's scrollable horizontally. Yeah, they look pretty similar to what Instagram is doing. Then we have a feed with the posts. We can scroll through them. We can see they're almost done. However, you might see that something is missing here, and that's specifically the icons, like the like buttons, the icons on top here, like this icon, all these icons, and so on. I think we're gonna start with adding these small details to the postcard, so we can see that it works as expected and everything is there. And for that, I'm gonna use a library called React Native Vector Items. Let's go ahead and install it first. Yarn React Native Vector Icons. Now I think browser here. I just want to show you how to find it and how to check the documentation, how to install it. So we write React Native Vector Items. Here we go. We go on their GitHub page. This is like a big collection with a lot of icons. Shortly, I will show you the whole collection and how you can find easily the icon you are intended to use. So, in the installation here, we see that we need firstly to install. I didn't use npm, I'm using yarn, but that's the same thing. And then there are different options to install it into your native project. There is a manual one where you have to copy the fonts. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna follow the option with cacao pods. However, the new React Native does this automatically. It adds this pod into the pod file automatically, so we don't need to follow this one exactly. And then it says like edit the info as described above. So here it is described. So we need to edit the info file and add a property called UI app fonts with all the fonts that we're gonna be using. And here we see all the fonts that there are in this directory. We can copy that one, and we should go into the iOS folder, which we find in the root folder of our project. From there we go to the name of our application. In my case it's Instagram clone. It's usually the first folder, and here we can find the info file. This is like a dictionary with a lot of key and values, like key value. And if we scroll to the end, before closing the dictionary, we paste here the information that we copied from GitHub. So the key is UI app fonts, then the value is an array with all the fonts. Now we need to actually rebuild the project. We're gonna do that with Yarn iOS, and hopefully that would work. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. We need to actually install the pods. We're gonna go to the iOS folder and do pod install, because React Native copies that file, but we actually need to go and install the pods, the new pods. Okay, pod install completed, and we see that React native vector icons has been installed. We can go back, and now we can rebuild for iOS. So while it's rebuilding, I'm gonna go and show you how we can easily find the fonts that the icons that we need. And we're gonna go to React Native vector icons in Google, and here is the page, React Native vector icons directory. And here is all the icons that you can use from React Native vector icons. Let's wait for it to load. Yeah, we can see like gazillion icons, and it covers almost any case. In our application we actually use very little custom icons, because most of the icons we can find from this directory. Like you can see how much I scrolled, and I'm still on like 10%. And there is also like a search bar. For example, if we need a like button, a like icon, we'll write like, and we see them here from different fonts. Okay, the build has been successful, and let's try to use an icon and see if it works. For that we're gonna go here, and from the documentation we're gonna see yeah, how to use it. So we import icon from React Native vector icons and slash the font that we want to use, because we see that there are different fonts. Let's go to source, components, post, header, index, and let's add here, not here, let's import it on top and use it like this. Okay, we see the rocket appeared here, which means that our vector React Native vector icons library has been successfully installed and linked, and we can move forward. So the first thing is in the header of a post, we see the three dots menu here. It's an icon which you press and it will open a menu. We'll not develop a menu, but at least we will put there the icon. So first of all, let's go and check which one we're gonna use. We are gonna search dots. Okay, from and typo, dots freak vertical. We change it here and we change the name. We don't need to set the color. For the size, probably 30 is too much, 20. Yeah, something like this. And now we're gonna need to position it. For that, I think I'm gonna use a flexbox and make the avatar and name a a box, the icon a box, and using flexbox we're gonna spread them apart, and it will be one to the left, one to the right. So we can do that with view, style, let's call it left. Here we're gonna put these two, and another view, style, right. And there we can put the icon. And now, actually we don't need left and right, because all the settings will be on the container. We go here. We're gonna, okay, there is the container. And our name and avatar broke because we included it into a different view. It was previously in container, so from container we're gonna copy the flex direction row into the left. We need a comma here. Okay, we see it fixed. And here in the container we're gonna say justify content space between, I guess. Okay, yep. And we see that our icon is here. And then we need to align them vertically. I think it's align content center. Nope. Yeah, I'm always bad with aligning things. So flex box. This is a cool guide for Flexbox, and we will check. This is justify content. Align items. Line item. Is that what we need? Yeah, baseline, I think. Or center. Yeah, align item center. Align center. Okay, yeah, it worked. We see our icon is in the center. However, I think it's too close to the margin, but let's check how it's here. Yeah, I think it's too close to the margin. And for that, we're gonna define some style for the right container. That's gonna be margin right, like 10 pixels. I think we can give it even, yeah, something like that. And I also feel that icon is too big. We can decrease the size of it from 20 to 10. I think it's too small. Go with this. Yeah, I think, or at least close to it. Okay, we defined the icon here. Now the next icons will be the icons from the footer, which is like, comment, share, and save. We already see how they are structured. These like are a group of icons. This is another group of icons. And using flexbox, we will do the same, like justify content space between as here. So we're gonna group this into a view, this icon into a view, and position them as they are there. So let's close this one. Let's go to our footer component. And here, okay, we have a text here. Probably we're gonna do another view, which will be the view specifically this row for the icons. I'm not sure if we need any styles for it right now, but we're gonna need some icons. Let's start with the like the heart icon. First of all, let's find it. Heart. We can take it from end design. And what's cool about it, it's there is an icon which is filled and an icon which is not, and we can use these two icons to distinguish if we liked it or not. So we will need both of them. However, at the beginning we only need the outline heart O. So let's import and design icon from native vector icons / and design. And the first one is gonna be the icon name will be heart outline, and for the size, let's see the default size. The default size, we can see it here, is too small, so let's try to give it also 16 pixels. I think it's still too small. 20, even more, 25. I think that's enough, 25. Okay. So let's first of all add all the icons, and then we're gonna style them. So the next one is the comment icon. Let's search it. Comment. And we can use, there is nothing exactly as Instagram is doing. We have a custom icons, of course. We have designers, but we're gonna use which one looks fun. Oh, let's use, I don't know. Let's try to use this one. So okay. Names, comment, size, 20. What did I do? Oh, I didn't close them. Okay, that's probably okay. Not the best icon that we could found, but enough for the demonstration. The next one is the airplane, which is sand. We can search paper plane, and here it's like a very minimalist one with just the outlines. Try this one. Yeah, let's do it from ionic icon. Name will be paper plane outline, size 5. Yeah, okay, that's very close to what Instagram has. And the last one is the save icon, which looks like a bookmark. Search it, bookmark, and we will use it from Font Awesome because it has like a outline version and a field version. So that's one. Bookmark, I think dash O, size 5. Yeah, here it is. Now we have all the icons. Now it is time to style them a bit. First of all, we're gonna group yeah, first of all we're gonna group these ones. You style, we're gonna be styles dot left icons. And we're gonna take the first 3 icons here, and the container that has all the icons will use styles dot icons container. We're gonna go to the styles. Let's add them here. So first of all, left icons is gonna be, we need flex direction row. Okay, we see them there. And we will need a style for each icon in order to send them some padding information, or we can do something else. Yeah, we could say that the left icons has a width of a fixed width of, I don't know, like we'll see, like 200 pixels, and we'll say justify content space between, and it will try to fill all the 200 pixels. Yeah, we see that 200 pixels is too much. 100. Okay, that's already a bit better. We can come back and tell them later to match the Instagram better. And for the icons container, again we're gonna say flex direction row. have them in the same row here, and justify content space between, and we see it here. Yeah, something similar what Instagram has. I see that there is a bit more space between the icons, so we can say 120. And also for the icons container, we will add some padding to the left and to the right, so the icons will not touch the borders. For that, we're gonna use padding. I think there is a padding horizontal, which adds left and right at the same time. I'm gonna add 10. Yeah, that's already better. Maybe it's too much. 5. And no, I think we're gonna need some padding on top as well, because there is some space on top and on the bottom. However, our are too cluttered. So let's just add padding to the all directions, like this. Okay, looks better now. I feel that the comment icon, even though we sent like size 25, is visually too big. So we can go and tweak that to 23. Yeah, now it's better with the heart icon. And for this one, we can increase it a bit for the paper plane. 27. I don't know if it's a good idea. No. Alright, we have icons. We can see them on every post. That's nice. Probably we can give them a color, like a gray color, because right now they are black. They we can do that with the property color, and here let's add a simple color, and using this set like a dark gray. Okay, we saw that like icon has changed color even less. Yeah, something like that would work. Let's give it to all of them. And also, yeah, now they're more like bland, and I think they look better. Something similar to Instagram. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys how you can change the icon based on one property. For example, if we like the post, this icon should be changed to a red filled heart. So let's try to do that one right now, and I'll show you how easily it's done. But before that, we're gonna need to go into the post index, and here we receive the post. We receive them from properties, but now we're gonna need to handle the state. I'm gonna handle the state probably directly in the footer here. We're not gonna use like global state management for now. We're gonna use like simple state inside the component. Yeah, for that we will need to expand our this function. We're gonna need to write some code there. So the first thing is we need a state that will keep count of the likes, because whenever we like, we need to increase the like number, and a state for for the flag if we liked the post or we didn't, so we will know what icon to render. So for that we will use hooks, which is a very nice thing in React lately. Use state, we import it from React. So first thing is liked. We're gonna work with this state, and set is liked. The first thing, okay, let me finish writing and then I'll explain. So we use the hook use state. The initial value will be false because in the beginning the post is not liked, and we destructure the use state returns us an array with two values. The first value is the actual value of the state that we want to use, and the second one is a function for the setter. So with using ES6 syntax, we can easily destructure these two values from an array with these brackets. So we see that the first value is liked, which is a boolean, and the second one is a function to change that value. Okay, that's good. And now let's add for the heart. We need to wrap the icon into a touchable opacity to be able to detect when the user clicks on the icon. But let me check. I think React Native Vector icons has some kind of a button. Icon button, a convenience component for creating buttons with an icon on the left side. No, we don't need button with icon on the left side. Yeah, I think we will just use the touchable from React Native. Touchable, okay, without feedback. We put the heart icon here. Let's save and see if nothing has changed. Okay, and we declare a function that will be run every time we press on the icon. Const, we name it on like pressed. And let's first of all console log something to see if it works. On like pressed. Can even use console warn, so we'll see like a warning without development tools. For the touchable without feedback, we send a prop on click, I guess. On press or on click, I forgot. And we press our declared function. Okay, let's see if it works. Yeah, on like pressed. Whenever we press on the like button, we see that the function is run. So what we need to do in this function, we actually just need to revert the current value of is liked. So if the post is not liked, we need to make it liked, and if the post is liked, we need to make it unliked. So it's like a reverse, from false to true and from true to false. For that reason, we will use the setter to change the value of is liked, and we're gonna pass the negative, the opposite of is liked. Right now we're not gonna see anything happening because we just change the value but we don't do anything with it. However, we can already use it and change the icon based on this value. So to do a conditional check in rendering UI, we will add the curly braces, we will check if is liked, then we're gonna return this one. No, if it's like, we're gonna return field one. If it's not liked, we're gonna return this one. So that's, if it's liked, we're gonna return the first one, which is heart out O, and we will change the color to red one, something like this. And if it's not liked, we're gonna return the second icon with like a gray outline. Let's see if it works. And we press, we see it's liked. We press again, it's not liked. You can do that for any post. Let me check what color Instagram is using, but probably it doesn't matter. I think you get the idea how to use state to render different kind of action based on your values. Yeah, it's the color is a bit different. It's like more towards this kind of color, like, yeah, something like that. Okay, we're happy with that. And also one more thing that I want to show you is how we can change the number of likes based on if we liked it or not. For that, we're again use a component likes count, and then set likes count. Use state, and in the beginning the initial value, let's set it to 0. Identifier likes count has already been declared, which means that we already declared it in the props. We receive it like likes count. So in the props, we can rename it to likes count prop. We still need to receive the initial value from props. And in the first frame, like when the component mounts, we need to take this value from the prop and put it into the state. So in future, it will be handled by the component itself from the state. We can increase it, we can decrease it from the component, because we cannot change the props directly. We need to put them in state. So how we're gonna do that? We're gonna use a different hook, which is called use effect, and we can use this hook to have the same behavior as component did mount in a class component. So in the first frame, when the component mounts, we need to run a code. So we're gonna use this hook, which receives as a second parameter an empty array. And this is very important, because if we don't pass anything, this hook will be called every time the footer component updates. So for example, every time that we liked or a post, it will update and it will run the code. However, if we pass an empty array, this hook will run only the first time, only when the component updates. So what we want to do here, we want to set likes count with a value from the props. Likes count prop. Let's save and see that we didn't break anything, because if we comment this out, I saw like a 0 there, but okay. So we didn't break anything. So what we want to do, we want to change the value of likes count whenever we press on the like. So using the same setter, like set likes count, we need to set it to, we need to understand if we should decrease the likes or increase the likes, because if we like it, we should increase. If we dislike it, we should decrease the amount. So let's declare a variable here. I don't know, like amount, and it will equal to like if is liked, then we need to increase it with 1. Otherwise, we need to like increase it with -1, like to decrease it. So we're gonna set the likes count to the current likes count plus the amount that we need to change. Let's check if it works. We see 1234. If we like, it's 33. I think we should revert this one. So if is liked, let's do it firstly to update the likes count and then this one and see if we have on 34, 33, 34. Okay, it's other way around. -1 and here 1. 35 when we like, and when we dislike it's 34 again. Yeah, the like buttons are working with state. It updates the icon, it updates the text here. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna be back like in 2 minutes. I'm gonna grab some water, so stay tuned and in 2 minutes. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. All right. We probably finished with the posts. We've finished with the stories. We have all the styles right now. It looks quite similar to Instagram, as we can see. Okay, now is the time probably to get into the navigation, like to display this bottom tab navigation and the header. That's what's left on this page, I guess. For that, we're gonna use React Navigation, a library, so we can go ahead and check the documentation, React Navigation. But first of all, let's commit. It's okay. So documentation. So let's go ahead and install React Navigation. And then we're gonna need to install, sorry if you hear my dogs barking. Here we need to install the dependencies into a React Native project. We're not using Expo. However, if you're using Expo, go ahead and install these dependencies. We're gonna copy this one and go ahead and add them to our project. Let's read further. Yeah, from React Native 0.6, linking is automatic, so we don't need to write React Native link. We will need to install the pods shortly. Gonna need to import this one. Okay. Yeah, first of all, let's go to our iOS folder and do pod install. And the next step will be to import the React Native gesture handle into the entry file of our project. And our entry file is the app. We need to import it first one. There's like on top of a file, like nothing else. Oh. Okay, let's rebuild our application for iOS, make sure that it still runs, and then we can continue with the documentation from React navigation. Give a build. Really takes a long time, I don't know why. Okay, build succeeded, and we see our application installing. Yeah, everything runs. However, I have a warning. Check virtualized list missing keys for items. Make sure you specify a key or ID property on each item, or provide a custom key structure. That's for our flat lists, and I think it's for the post flat list, because every item in a flat list should have a key, so React Native knows how to update it and it improves the performance. Feed, yeah, we have render item, we don't have like a key extractor, so for the key extractor we will take the let me check how we did it here. Yeah, we destructured the name. However, let's take, usually every post has an ID. Okay, let's add an ID so know that everything is as expected. And this ID usually are unique, so we take from the key, for the key extractor we take the ID and we return it. Now field child context, what, load failed, child context type invalid, child virtualized cell type number supply expected string. Oh, the the key extractor expects string. So we can make easily our ID strings. For example, I'm working with MongoDB, and usually in MongoDB the IDs are string. However, if your IDs are a number, we can make it here like toString. Okay, now we don't see any warnings. That's good, because that was bothering me. Now we can continue with our navigation. And in the documentation it says like now we need to wrap the whole app in the navigator container. Let's import the navigator container from the library. That's gonna happen in the app.js. And we can replace this empty tag with a navigator container. Do we need anything else for it? Nope, we don't need anything else. Okay, now let's see if our app is working. Yeah, probably. Okay, for the bottom navigation, where is it? For this one, we need, it's like tab bar navigation with different icons for different pages, and whenever you press on an icon, it will redirect you to a new page, like a new tab. So we can check the documentation for let's see if here is tab bar. No, here it doesn't, it's not here. We can go to possibly the most common style of navigation mobile app is tab-based navigation. These can be tabs on the bottom of the screen, that's what we need, or on the top below the header. Okay. For that we're gonna need to install a new library, bottom tabs. Let's do that quickly. So here is a simple example of the tab navigation. Suggest definitely go and walk through this documentation. I have a bit of experience with it, and probably I will move a bit faster. So should we declare it here? Yeah, let's do it here. We need this tab. And we need this, yeah. Probably we will not need them in the safe area, because tab navigator already contains the safe area. For the home, we will use the home screen. For the other tabs, let's use also home screen, so we just can see it now running. Okay, now after saving, we see two tabs on the bottom, home and settings. Let's create all the screens that we need, and then we will add the icons. So first is home, then is discovery, then we have like new post, then notifications, and the last one is profile. I'm not gonna use the home component for all of them. I'm gonna use different components so you can see how we navigate through all of them. But I'm not gonna develop them. It's gonna be just a dummy component. in the screens. Here is the home screen. Let's create discovery screen, and here index.js. Now let's like this discovery screen. Don't need feed. We probably will need word, view, and text. From React Native, and we're gonna return a view. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna have like a background color, something like blue, so we can see that we actually navigate through them. And the text style, text line, discovery. Let's just check if it works. We will import it here from discovery screen. So go to the discovery. Okay, it's somewhere there. Oh, okay. We deleted this safe area, and right now safe area view. Let's add it to the home screen. Word safe area view from active. Because if we don't use safe area, we see that our application starts rendering from the top under the notch, and we add it. Yeah, it displays into the safe area of the screen of a user. So for the discovery, let's add like height 100. Yeah, that's better. Margin top 100. Discovery here. Yeah, we see the discovery. Font size 30 and color white. Okay, just for demonstration purposes that it works. We're gonna duplicate this discovery screen 2 more times, or no, like 3 more times. For create post screen. Here we factor post screen. It post. One more time for notifications. Naming it. I'm trying to make them fast, not to bore you. And when you're in a hurry, always like that. No. And the last one is the profile. Profile screen. file. And I wanted to give them different colors. Create is not gonna be, do it a green. Discovery home. Now for notification red, and profile yellow. Let's close everything and now import them into our application. All of them. Create post. This one is notification. And profile. So here is home, discovery, create post, notification, and profile. We can be able to add, but why? But yeah, by pressing on them, we can navigate and we see different pages. That's nice. However, we need icons instead of text there. So if we look here, there is like a section customizing the appearance. Okay, tab bar icon. I think that's how we add icons. We can try this example on a stack and see if that's what we actually need. Let's have a look while it loads. Yeah, we see the icons, however we have also the name. So let's think if no, probably this will not that's not exactly what we need. Add badges to the icons, because this is still displaying the name of a screen, but Instagram does not have that. I know that there is like we can send a specific component for it to display. Where is it? It's like custom tab. Should we check the documentation of these bottom tabs? It has any documentation? Oh, here is tab bar. This is a function that returns a React element to display as the tab bar. Or we can use the previous example, and there is like a show label property. which if we send to as false will hide the labels. I think that's kind of what we need. Yeah, let's try that one. So from this page, customizing the appearance, we can copy the screen options of the tab navigator. We can go here. Let's just try, yeah, home. Yeah, we see logo displayed here. So okay, we have here the icon name variable, and we set it to different icons based on the route name. So the route names are here. So for our route name home, which is the first if, we need just same icon both when it's focused or not, and that's why we will go here and try to find in the React vector the home icon. I don't think we're gonna be able to find all the icons from the same style, from the same font. Let's see. Okay, the first one we found. Is it something similar to what Instagram has? For Instagram is very, very minimal. So yeah, it's something like this. Home from foundation. So foundation. Hmm. Yeah, let's not do it with just the icon name, but with the whole item. So if it's home, we're gonna return foundation name home and size and color. Okay, we don't need this one. We will not need an else because we are returning. And let's comment this out. Okay, the home icon is pretty similar to what Instagram has. We're gonna also work with the colors a bit later. Right now, let's do all the yeah, all the icons. So the second one is discovery. If route name is discovery, then we need how is it called? Search. Yeah, something like this. I think this one looks good. Okay, and the name of it will be search. Search. Yeah, we have it here. Next one, post, is a plus sign. Plus in a square, right? But it's a rounded square. Probably something like this. It's also from this font fever. So if the name is post, we will return this one. Okay, we see it here. Then for the likes, I think we used, let's check what we used for the likes button. That's in components, post, footer, from and design. Let's call it end design because it's hard to understand what AD means. Design. So if it's notification, we will use hard dash outline. Oh, invalid prop. What? Oh, without dash. Yes. All right. The last one is profile. Profile. Person. Something like that with outlined. On some color. Probably this one is the closest. Copy it once again. If it's profile, then we're gonna use it for icons. Person outlined. Yep, something like that. Now our icons are displayed. Let's fix the active tint color, and we see that in Instagram it's just black. Black we're gonna use 000, and inactive is gray. I think that's close enough. And one more thing we saw in somewhere here, from input props of tab navigator. We saw a show label, which is in tab bar option. Show label false, and okay, our labels are gone. Now we are left only with icons. That's very close to what Instagram has. So that's how you define the bottom tab navigator, similar to Instagram, which displays just icons, and we can navigate through different screens easily by pressing on these icons. The active screen displays with a different color. Yeah, that's everything about bottom tab navigator. I think that wasn't that hard. Let me know down below what you think, and if you have any problems, I might be able to help you in comments. So the last thing that we have to do is the header menu. The header with Instagram logo, icon on the left, icon on the right. All right. To display this kind of header, we need to define a stack navigator. A stack navigator is a different kind of navigator. It's a similar like tab navigator. However, it works like when you navigate, it puts like one screen on top of each other like a stack, and when you go back, it just pops the last screen and goes you back to with one stack. And using this tag navigator, we can define like the header, which will display like the back button if we are on a screen, or will display like different icons based on the options that we give. So we go back to the React navigation documentation, and I saw somewhere here a step navigator for each tab. That's what we need. Home stack. Okay, home stack screen, home and details. Let's try this example on a snack to be sure that that's what we are looking for. We should see at the bottom like a tab bar navigator. Yeah, we see on the bottom tab bar navigator, we see the header with a name, and if we go to the details, we see details, we see the back button. That's something that we need. So we will need the create stack navigator, which is imported from React navigation stack. Here. We will need to add the home stack. And we will have only one screen there, like home. And in our tab bar navigation, for the home component, instead of sending the home screen, we'll send the home stack. Let's try to save and define module React navigation stack. Oh, I think we need to add it. Yarn add React navigation stack. Got an invalid value of component prop for screen home. It must be a valid React home stack screen. I think we typed it there. Yeah. Okay, when we are on discovery, we see it as it was. However, when we are on home, we see a header with a title home. We can adjust how it looks. Here, I think we need to pass our options. And here like a title, like Instagram, as a string, of course. Okay, Instagram is there. This options also has like left, header left, or header left, and probably it's a function, if I'm not mistaken, that returns a component. So let's just try to return a simple like icon and see if that works. Size 5, color, I don't know, a black for now. Yeah, we see an icon here. Let's have a look what icon Instagram is using. It's like a camera icon. Let's go ahead and search for it in the directory. Camera. Something minimalist from here. Probably this one looks good. A lot of them. But let's go with camera from here. Camera. All right. So for the styles, we can add some margin left. like 10. Probably we need to add it into a view and want to style it. Can't find variable view, we didn't import it, of course. Didn't work. Uh, Whenever the style doesn't work, I do background color and see if I mistype something or it just doesn't work. Red. Yeah, it doesn't work. All right. We're gonna see how to style them. Second, let's right now declare the header, right? Which is again a function returning a component. And what we have here, we have the send, the same icon as send in the post. So in the footer here we have paper plane. We need to import it. And we have it here with a different name. Yeah, we have these two icons. Now it's time to check how to style them. Maybe it has something here. Stack. Let's go to the stack. Create stack navigator. Alright, props, initial route name, screen options, keyboard, okay, mode, header mode. Options, title, we set it, header, a function that given header props return a React element. Header, back image, okay, we might need that one to display the Instagram logo. Header right, function which returns a React element to display on the right side of the header. That's what we use. Header left. Header style. Style object for the header. You can specify a custom background color here. For example, okay. Let's try this one. We'll add padding horizontal, like 10. Doesn't work. Even though this has no effect on header style. You can specify background color here. Let's try background color. Red. Hey, it works. Why? Margin 10. No, margin doesn't work. Okay, Google. No, thanks. Header left contain customize the style of a container on the left component. For example, add padding. Oh, that's what we want. Showing pictures that match. No, Google, thanks. Padding. Not 100, but 5. 10. That's good enough. Maybe margin is better. Yep. Header right container. Same. Okay. They look better now. Maybe we can give them even 15. And only to the left. And here margin right. Yep, they are displayed correctly. And the last thing, I'm not sure if I want to do it today, on how to unlock an iPhone. Yep, is the Instagram logo in the middle. Let me first try to, but no, I think I prepared it somewhere. Let me just check. Somewhere here. Yeah, I have it. Something like that. Let's try. I'm not sure if it's gonna be easy, but let's try. We have images here. We will drag and drop the logo. Vector. And I think I saw here something like header function which returns a React element to display custom image in headers back button. No. Headers back, no. Headers title, no. Header title, string or function that returns a React element to be used by the header. Default to scene title. When a function is specified, it receives an object containing allow font scale, style, and children properties. But children properties contain the title string. Let's try with this one. Let's add it in the middle here. First of all, let's try to just display an icon there. See if it works. Yep, we see that it works. That's very good. Now we can display a image. We import it from React Native. Which has a source, I think, and we also need to import the logo. Import logo from that's just logo. Source will be logo. All right, something is happening there. Need just to style it. Style with will be 200 pixels. Image, how is it called? Display mode on display image cover. Not object fit, not cover, but contain, for example. React Come on. Oh, resize mode, resize mode. Yep. That's what I was searching for. Resize mode will be hover, I think. Hover. Contain. Yep, contain. So the width will be, I don't know, even smaller, I think 150. 120. 25. No, I think it's 30. Yep, that looks good, and it wasn't that hard. I was hesitating to do it because I thought that it might be a bit difficult, but that's good. Yeah, the last thing that I want to do in this video, because we are done with navigation, we have a bottom tab navigation which we can navigate. We have a top navigation with icons, with a title, with stories. We have a feed with all the posts. Likes are working. Increase, decrease likes. Now the last thing that I want to do here is to refactor a bit this file, the app.js, and I will add a folder specifically for the router. Let's add here index.js, router, export default router, and also we will add like home routes file, home.routes.js, home routes, and we will export it home routes. So for the home routes, we will take them like this part, home stack navigator. Let's add it here. Don't need it from here. We will need to copy this one as well, creating the home stack. We have probably everything except React. So I like my libraries to be imported on top, and then the files from my directory. So React Native, vector icons, and stack above. Yep, something like that looks a bit better. That's for the home routes. And for the router, we're gonna take the whole tab navigator. We're gonna put it here. We need to take also this tab from here. Add it here. Let's restructure it a bit. We need React. This one. Yeah, something like that probably. We need to import the home stack screen. Import home stack screen from home route. In WebJS, delete everything from here, and just import the router from router and include it here like this. We don't need the image, and restructure a bit here. So we see that we have a very clean app.js. Then we have an index with which defines the bottom tab navigator, which is also quite clean and has only one responsibility to define the bottom tab navigation. And we have another file that defines the home stack screen. Whenever we are on the home page, it displays the tab bar, the component, the feed, and all that stuff. And this way we separated our code into different files. It's going to be much easier to maintain, much more understandable, like everything is on their place. So I think that's it for today, guys. I will publish the repository on GitHub, and I will link it down below. So check that out, try it yourself. I highly suggest, if you're learning React Native right now, to try to follow me and do the same thing as I'm doing, but do it yourself. And only when you're stuck, go on the GitHub page and try to see the difference between your code and my code, because that way it's going to be much easier for you to understand. You're going to have problems, you're going to find how to solve them. I showed you how to work with the documentation, where to find things, and this way when you're actually solving problems, that's when you learn. So highly suggest go try it out yourself. Also, guys, let me know down below what is your opinion. Should I continue developing the Instagram clone and develop other pages, maybe the story view? When you press on a story, you see it, or should I leave it as it is right now and move on with the next project and develop another application? And if you think that's a better idea, let me know what other application you're interested in, and I will try to build it in React Native the same way in live together with you. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, stay hydrated, write clean code, and bye bye.